Me oleme proovinud selle koolituse või selle projekti jooksul väga palju erinevaid koolitusviise, aga me oleme leidnud, et selline interaktiivne koolitusviis on noortetööjuhtidele kõige sobilikum. See annab ka neile võimaluse kokku tulla ja ka omavahel väga palju ideid jagada, parimaid praktikaid jagada ja üleüldse arutada ka siis nende enda probleemide üle, mis nad klubides kohtavad. Helen on meid pool aastat koolitanud, on olnud projektiga seotud ja tegelikult temaga plaan on selle aasta lõpuni ja tegevused on erinevad, ütleme niimoodi, et ta siis noortetööjuhtidele annab ka erinevaid selliseid ideid või ka kokkutulemisviise, et tegelikult me kohtume noortetööjuhtidega koos Heleniga ka üks-ühele online'is, on olemas selline pikem online klass, kus on kõik noortetööjuhid koos ja ka on erinevad väiksemad grupid, kus noortetööjuhid käivad omavahel koos, ehk siis kellel on sarnased probleemid või kes siis ka logistiliselt on üksteisele kõige lähedamas.
So we're on a 1 year's course. The first 3 days in January we decided to talk about relevancy of coaching. So the topics, the philosophy of coaching that the coaches are using at their clubs. Then for the last 4 or 5 months they've been doing some assignments for us based on introducing a player-directed methodology into their clubs. This trip was then about taking that a stage further and providing some sort of framework around the coaching that the club should have. So things like player DNA, things like coaching philosophy, game modelling, how to measure development of players, all of those topics. So quite heavy topics for the club, but in terms of moving the clubs forward and becoming more Western in their approach, I think a lot of material was covered this week.
Hästi intensiivne, mahukas, väga palju uusi ideid, hea võimalus teiste noortetööjuhtidega arutada probleeme ja võimalusi, mis meil, kuidas me saaksime klubisid arendada. Et kõigepealt ma arvan päris sellist 3 päeva me peame korra aja maha võtma, mõtlema, et millest meile räägiti, mis suunad meile on antud. Võib-olla kõige olulisem sellel koolitusel on see, et kuidas treenerid suhtlevad lastega ja milline see õpetamisprotsess välja näeb. Et kuidas me küsime küsimusi, kuidas me treeninguid planeerime, et see on, ma arvan, nende 3 päeva põhisõnum.
Eks siin on palju sihukest erinevat infot, kuidas erinevate generatsiooni mängijatega tegeleda, kuidas on asjad ajas muutunud, milline on treeneri metoodika muutunud, kas siis läänemaailmas, kas või sealt, kus Helen pärit on, kuidas Põhja-Iirimaal asjad on muutunud ajas, et need on kindlasti mingid etapid, mis meid ka siin ees ootavad, et me oma tööd oleks valmis muutma mingil hetkel. Hea saada selliseid päevi, kus on erinevaid inimesi, kes töötavad samal alal ja me saame nende teadmistega koheselt kuidagi praktikas kasutada.
Heads of youth are probably the most important people in the country in terms of football development. At any one time, imagine they've got a 15-year age range within their academy. That's the next 15 years of Estonian football. Heads of youth, wonderful guys. We've now been going about 6 months together, so we're starting to get to know each other. I think there's many things that impress me. One is their open-mindedness. I'm coming from a different culture, probably a football country that's slightly ahead of where Estonia are. So we're introducing a lot of ideas, a lot of knowledge that is new to them, and these guys have just opened up and listened. And the one thing that's really impressed me is they filtered well. Filtering basically means they don't just accept everything because I speak English. They actually look in their context of their club and they say which parts will work for them and which won't work for them. So I've been impressed with their open-mindedness. They've all done all their assignments. We do a lot of video-based assignments, recording matches, doing feedback to coaches. They've done all them on time at a good quality. The one other thing I really enjoy is when they talk to one another. We do a lot of workshop type classes, so not me talking all the time. They do a lot of the work. I introduce a theme, a topic, give some background or some theoretical context to it, and then these guys talk about it, and it's so refreshing to hear them really engage and talk. And I know they're making big differences at their clubs. We've seen that. Mario and I over the last 6 months have seen the clubs move forward, maybe small steps, but at least they're going forward and they have a direction, and that's all down to the work these guys have put in. So I couldn't be more delighted with this group. They're valuable, they're worth their weight in gold, and I think Mario's program has been so impressive because it's been focusing for almost 2 years now, maybe longer, on just this pool of people. And if we can continue our course right to the end, I think it'll be quite significant in terms of football development in Estonia.